Um, Hi to everyone. This event also will be shared on our page, Social Entrepreneurship Observatory. Will go live. Thanks to everyone who is here, who had the time to spare the time and to be here to hear from Olga and her work and her experience. I'm very glad that we got Olga as one of our speakers, our social entrepreneurs, because they have excellent ideas and excellent activities that are growing day by day. Olga, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be here at SETalks number 4 from season 2. It's crazy how this happened, and it's in short time it's becoming a brand. From next year we'll continue on continental and global level. So although we had Keithy Pell from Canada in the first season, and we are growing fast. I'm Stefan Chicholiev. I'm the Executive Director of the Social Entrepreneurship Observatory, and today I'm going to be the moderator of this event. Olga Rajcic is with us as a speaker, as a social entrepreneur, and as a person who wears a lot of hats. Yes, over the years, but now even more. And it's interesting that I see every few months something new. And a new hat that is going on. I don't know if we put it in practical things, it will go like this, you know. So that's fun to know and fun to see. So yeah, Olga, can you please share some information about you? Tell us more about yourself.
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me today, and it is an honor to actually be part of this SETalk, since social entrepreneurship is kind of my DNA, let's say it like that. Thank you for pointing out that I wear so many hats, because when they ask me to introduce myself, I find it to be quite a difficult one for me and challenging one, because I truly wear several responsibilities or roles from my professional life. Firstly, I'm here as a co-founder of the Challenger app, or the startup Green IT that is behind this app, that's my role today. However, I'm also working in a family business as a business development. Currently, I'm a program manager at Arno, and as a part of the project Rise, which is actually an incubator for social enterprises for young people here in North Macedonia. And of course, I'm part of Global Shapers Hub in Skopje as a vice curator now, and part of the team of the financial literacy. So indeed, I'm wearing several hats, and I think that's what let's say in that way, that's what brings me to have let's say productive journey within the Challenger and within the social entrepreneurship journey itself.
Thanks. Yeah, I know that you're almost everywhere, and when we are talking about social entrepreneurship, of course. But now you're wearing the hat of one of the founders of Challenger. It's a social enterprise that has gathered, let's say, or been awarded almost 70 or like 70 awards over the years, and it have saved 189 tons of CO2 emissions over this period that you exist from the establishment until now. So can you tell us more about how was the idea for Challenger created, how it emerged, how the team gathered together? Because I know that you're let's say a team of 6 or 7, I think.
Yes. So this is how we started. We started actually back in 2018 at Startup Weekend. So firstly, it was Theodora and Stefano who came with the idea of Challenger itself. At the beginning, it was it was a little bit different than it is now. And I went to Startup Weekend back then just to meet new people and to work on a business idea just in 52 hours, so 3 days. And that's how we met. We were back then 8 people, but only 3 of us stayed to to continue with this roller coaster of building a startup and a social enterprise. So after a while, after having the coffee talks in cafeterias and drawings and sketches of what we are going to do, how we are going to do it, that's how we got Mitko on board to be our backend developer. And we actually were looking for several, at the startup weekend, we got the 3rd place. And that was probably our motivation to continue on with the journey. And all of a sudden, we saw several calls for green enterprise, for green ideas that is on national level, the competition organized by ADNO. And that's how we applied. And then we got the 1st place there. And we went to the regional competition where we won the 1st place at regional level 2, and we got the 1st funding to start the whole thing. And the moment we got the funding, we thought, oh my God, this is getting real. And that's the point when you're happy, but you're extremely scared because it's a totally new journey. It's a totally new dimension that it's a serious thing now. It's not just having the talks and the sketches in cafeterias.
Now you have
we still get at cafeterias, but okay.
Yeah, everybody is expecting something from you, because you have funds, you have funding, and now you have to put your idea to the test and put it on the market. Yeah,
and you have to execute. It's not just having the chats and stuff, but you actually have to work. And it was a quite intense period for us because we had to develop the app, the whole concept behind it, the business model. We had something in our minds, but it was changing. It's a normal thing. You're pivoting because you have to change a lot of things. We started testing with almost, at the beginning, we had 50 testers. Then we moved to 100 to 250, and we were testing the whole idea and the concept. So that was happening in 2019, and we were planning to launch our app in 2020. And then the COVID-19 happened. Yeah. Unfortunately, we were so prepared with the app. We even got the iOS developer on site. That's now it's also co-founder of Challenger, Simon. So actually, we were so prepared, and everything was done almost. We had several partners on board, and I was in Vienna at a global summit awards. So we got an invitation to go there to see what is happening. And I was there. It was 8th of March. I remember very well. I had to get back, and we were planning to launch it around 20 of beginning of spring. Should have been the launch of Challenger. And I got back, and everything would go close. I thought COVID is far away from us. It's nothing to do with Europe. It's like, the swine flu, the bird flu that's happening. And we realized, oh my God, we cannot launch it. It's like, that's all, like, we are going to have the lockdown. No one is going to move. Who cares about the air now? We care about the pandemic. We have infected people. And we sat, and it was like, okay, what are we going to do now? We have the app ready. There are, of course, several things that has to be fixed. But the donors are also waiting for us to launch, to have the proof of concept. And we couldn't do anything. To be quite honest, it was one of the lowest moments within the team because we didn't know what to do. And we sat like that, and we thought, okay, what are you going to do now? And then we got the idea, let's do something similar to Challenger, because Challenger itself is rewarding people that are walking and biking, giving them points that can be substituted for local discounts in local shops. And then some of our partners actually closed their stores that were not working with all those measures. And then we said, okay, let's create an app that is going to motivate people to stay at home and support the local enterprises. And that was Challenger Doma or Challenger Home. Mm-hmm. So it was pivoting at a very fast pace. And there was a very short call from Fund of Innovation. It was like, I don't know, let's apply, let's see what will happen. Maybe it will happen, maybe not, but we will create it anyway. And we got the funds from there too. And in only 15 days, we created a completely new app. It was a sprint like I've never had before in my life. It was for the whole team. We were working like 24/7 for 15 days. After those 15 days, believe me, I didn't have any strength left in me. So yeah, it was that. It was that. So, and yeah, that was a successful story with almost 75 business partners on board, 5,000 users. So it was quite interesting and fast journey for us. And then in August 2020, we launched Challenger on the market.
I remember when you were testing it. I was one of the testers, and I think
I didn't know that.
yeah,
That's a good thing to know now.
I was like looking through Facebook and stuff, social media, and I was on the net, and I saw, look, we are looking for testers for Challenger app. We'll do this and that and that, and I'm like, okay, this is a good idea. I will test it, and I think in the first 50 or something, and I said it was a great idea. I will follow this to see how they will develop it. And what was I was more curious about how the people and the stores and the malls will accept such an idea, because it was a doorway. It's a doorway for green entrepreneurship. It's a doorway for social entrepreneurs that are working in the environment field. And said, okay, this is very good, and if it got accepted by them, by the stores and by the malls and by the people, by the citizens as well, by the users basically, because without them we don't have anything.
Exactly.
This is a great step forward, not only because nobody knows, because you're a leader in this area, one of the leaders in this area. So nobody knows how tough it is for the leader to open the door to others to come in, and that is one of the things that I was curious about. But then things started rolling, and then was Challenger home, and I was, oh, great idea, just reverse it, and so on and so forth. So it was great. But I just wanted to ask, what was the motivation to create Challenger? How you tell when you talked to us, you explained when the idea happened and how the team gathered, but what was the motivation behind the idea? I know that the idea came from 2 other members, but when you said it changed a lot over the months and the years. So how was the motivation? Just where did you get the motivation to create Challenger?
So this is actually how the whole idea started. We never changed the name. It was Challenger from the beginning. So that was the first thing, like we accepted, and that was all. But then the idea, Theodora, like very long time ago, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, she felt demotivated to go to gym, to do something for herself and for her well-being. And she was even at the startup weekend, was like, I need someone to give me something to go to the gym, to motivate me to go to the gym and do something there.
Yeah.
And then it was myself that I was always looking forward to do something for the society, and that's how actually when I got acquainted with social entrepreneurship as a concept back in 2016. It was something that triggered me, and I said, but team, let's put it this way: we have the air pollution that it's out there, and we are all tired from it. And Theodore's like, yeah, I'm biking to work every single day. I'm not against, but I'm doing something against the air pollution. Let's motivate others to do the same, or let's promote people that are already doing that and reward them that they're being good citizens. So we started from there. Okay, let's motivate people. And then the second question is, yeah, we will motivate people. But how are we going to do that? If we don't have businesses on our board, it's impossible. When you mentioned opening the door to businesses, we are still trying really hard to open doors at many businesses. And it's still a challenge for us. But yeah, our main motivation was to do something about the air pollution by using gamification and motivating people that they're not alone in the whole fight. Let's put it like that. And actually, we were trying to create our local eco heroes. So instead of just bragging about how bad it is, let's do something and let's promote people that are actually doing something for our society. And it was the whole thing started with the air pollution. We were angry about it. We wanted to promote people that are really active and are biking and walking instead of driving their cars. And then we wanted to promote and help local businesses get new customer. So it was a synergy of all these three components.
You know, you have to be angry about something or be you know, something that bothers you to get in doing things just to change. You know, to be a change maker, you need to feel things all around you. So one of your teammates needed motivation to go to work with bike or to walk or to go to the gym, and like I need the motivation. Okay, 20% off from the new jacket. Great, I will do this. Yeah.
Well, that's how it starts.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah, and it keeps rolling, right? So, but what about now? Challenger now it's more recognizable and it's a brand. I might say most of the people when you say Challenger app, they know what it is. I don't know how much they use it, but I know that they heard of it and they know what it is about. How the stores or the citizens accept Challenger in this moment?
So far, we're 7,000 users, so not that many. But still, during the last 3 months, our user base has increased significantly, and I will talk about how we did that later. Well, to be quite honest, with the businesses, we have a very loyal business base and business partners that are with us from the beginnings, and they're still with us no matter what. Because some of them, they're startups by their own or small businesses that are at the beginning. So we're having the same battles and same challenges and obstacles and successes. Let's put it that way. So far we have 50 businesses on Challenger. We're really looking forward, and in the last month we were actually calling almost 100 businesses to join our app. To be quite honest, it's a difficult road to go, because many of them are still not into the whole vibe of being a green and socially responsible business. Once you contact a social responsible business, they get the idea right away and they join. So it's a very fast process. But with the businesses, some of them, they don't care. Even though we try to sell Challengers a new marketing channel, but probably we're still not a community and not a country or society that is still aware about this. However, I do truly think and believe that the years to come, with the whole green agenda that the European Union is having on the desk, and that we're in the EU accession anyhow, I think there will be significant changes within the whole processes, but still we have to keep up to be present in the years to come in order to make this happen. But we do think that this market was a good proof of concept for us. And this is how we actually started to create a whole new product that is Challenger at Work. That is going to be live in 2022. So we are trying to follow the trends, but our main aim is to expand regionally and then internationally in order to be economically sustainable as a company.
So I just want to ask, I didn't get, how is Challenger financing right now? I know that it has investors and donors, but in this business model, do you have like some kind of revenue going in?
Yes.
Which it's for example, maybe at the moment is a small part of Challenger's portfolio, let's say, financial portfolio, but in future you need to scale it up a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So
this is how we started. We were charging a marketing fee to the businesses that joined Challenger, since anyhow they have base for potential and prospecting clients. And we know that we're having the targeted market of users that are eco-friendly, that are social responsible people, that are active people. So somehow they know their characteristics. However, the market and the whole Corona crisis decreased the marketing budgets of the companies, and we were faced before the Corona. We actually had deals with two huge corporations to have their products on Challenger, and then Corona happened, and they said we froze our marketing budgets. We cannot join you. And that was the point where we had a very small income, almost none, to be quite honest, because you cannot even cover the marketing costs. And we had to pivot and to see other ways. So what we did 4 months ago, we're using the existing Challenger app, but we are going to companies, especially to IT companies and to big companies and banks. What we are offering to them is to motivate their employees to bike and walk. And their companies are actually responsible to reward their employees. So they have their own branded dashboard with their own rank, with news feed, with news every day, who is the best, who walked the most, who biked the most, who was the fastest, who walked most during the most cold day in the month. And that was the way how we started gaining income, actually. So from 3 months ago, we were, I can now proudly say that now we're getting to the sustainability and economically viable phase. And that's actually helped us to pivot into a new product that I talked about, Challenger Home. And we're proudly that we actually cooperated in the last 5 months with 5 companies that have stayed with us more than 3 months. So, and employees were quite satisfied. Our technical team, actually, technical support had a lot of customer support, had a lot of work with them because they were angry. I'm missing 2 kilometers. Can you check what's happening with my Google Fit and stuff? So they were quite competitive. So what we are doing, we are now kind of selling Challenger in a different way to companies to motivate their employees to be fit, healthy, and eco-friendly.
Yeah, what I like, one of the things that I like in this area is that you're making a competition between employees in a company, and it's a great thing because it's about health, it's about staying fit, it's about healthy life, and it's about friendship and collaboration because you're in competition with your colleagues and you're always having fun, something to talk about, you know, something to have fun with. So I know that it will be a lot of work with those 2 kilometers or 500 meters, or I should be first or not the third, you know, but it's all fun and games. And at the end, the outcome is very positive, and it has a huge impact on your health and on the community, living healthy life, right, and staying fit.
Exactly. So what actually, how the whole idea started, because when COVID-19 started, companies didn't have team spirit activities, team building activities. They were out of ideas. People were working remotely, and they didn't know how to gather them or how to do a team activity. And this is how the whole story, because we saw a loophole, we saw something, that a problem on the market, and we were trying to solve with what we already have. And that is how. And we thought at the beginning they will not be that interested, the employees themselves. And we started with one pilot company, Polar Cape. We had actually a webinar with them. So even the HRs and the business partners were quite surprised how the employees reacted on the whole competition and how they were actually going for the prices on Challenger, and they were using Slack to, I'm better, I won all the prices, you won nothing, and stuff like that. So that was a very interesting. And then IT for Charity campaign happened. We're together with This Costello, we united as a partner. Challenger was a partner, or the application that all IT companies, actually the employees of the IT companies used. And IT companies decided for every kilometers that their employees go or gather, they will donate money to SOS Village. So that was a quite, how to say, honorable campaign for us. And we were very proud to be part, together with those 14 companies, and then part of the donation to SOS Village.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. Any new collaborations such as IT for Charity or actions or initiatives as IT for Charities in the pipeline?
The last one that is going to finish now is with Sparkasse Bank. So what we're doing, they're doing the same. The employees are using this because they're not IT, of course. Yeah. They're a bank by itself. So they're doing the same model. They have 300,000 kilometers as a target to go through, and then donate the money to SOS Village. What is next on the pipeline? We're looking with another big company to implement such initiative, but it will be only for their employees because they have the SDG agenda on board. Yeah. So we're going to be the tool that will help them to gather statistics for the SDG goals. That's one of the things. The second is having Challenger at Work. That is going to be an application too within companies, but it's not going to be only for biking and walking, but also for recycling, energy saving, water saving, for no meat days, as well as other team activities. So we already have three companies that actually 2 companies that are going to test, be our testers, and then one company that is going to join us from April. And we're now, this is let's say never said it publicly, but we're looking now for a way how to expand regionally. Now we're in negotiations with some of the terms, so that is going to also through a campaign, but let's see what will happen.
Yeah, that was actually my next question, because you said earlier in this chat, you said that you plan to go regionally and internationally, and my question was like, how do you do that? And is there a plan? Is there something in the pipeline? But you already said that something is going on, you know, and it's, I think that I haven't seen, I don't know if there is something similar or exists something in the region. What I've seen, there's no such thing like Challenger there, so it's a good thing to spread out. But maybe most importantly is who can help and how can we help as citizens, as organizations, as companies to scale Challenger up?
Well, we always, when we planned within our team and talking about expansion and scaling up, definitely through partnership. You cannot do that alone. For any business, it's not a one-man show, and for expansion, it's not a one business only. So you have to have partners that are going to help you and open doors to regional markets. Now we're, as I mentioned, we already partnered with one organization that we had some project together. So we're looking to use the same channel to expand there. We're now actively looking for investors that will help us in monetary terms and as well as expertise to expand in other markets. And also with Challenger Work, now we're concentrating to have the proof of concept so we can expand regionally. But we're actively looking for partners, because if you have a man on site, let's say, being present in that country and being your partner is very easy to get to know through all the pipes, because we already have established funnel of how we can grow. However, we need human resources in each country to help us move forward. And we're looking, it doesn't have to be one person, it can be an organization, an NGO, it can be also a business or a startup.
You need a focal point. You need a focal point.
Exactly.
Keep track of things.
Yes. So we're looking for, and that will be our goal for 2022, to find focal points, as you mentioned, to expand maybe simultaneously several countries, maybe in one country. Now we're translating the application, so we already started the whole process.
Yeah, in English it will be because now it's in Macedonian, right?
Yeah, well, once you make the structure to be in English, it can be in any language.
Yeah.
And we want to localize the application. We will have in English anyhow for the first, and then we will, as we enter any market, we are going to localize in the national language there.
Yeah. So, what is your vision of Challenger, and where do you see Challenger go in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years, like midterm?
Well, first of all, I think we have to make one more proof of concept with Challenger at work. And then once we have proof of concept here and have the case studies and successful story, it will be a good time for us to expand on European level. We're aiming, to be quite honest, for the Nordic markets, Germany included. So because we as we talked with several partners that are working over there, definitely that's the markets to start with, because they're most sensible about a SDG, and we are going to use the whole vibe and the whole wave that is coming with the green agenda. So I truly think that Challenger is going to, as a tool, a digital tool, it's going to be important players within the companies to be part and to accomplish all those SDG goals for every company in their own industry. And that's how we want to place ourselves, digital tool that will help you achieve SDG goals. So if I put it that way, that's how I see challengers in the years to come.
And if you've chosen a great market, because yeah, they're conscious and they're disciplined, so I think that it will go well, and we will do everything that we can to help, right? So I also want to mention to the people that are listening that they can also write in chat or just open the mic and ask any question that they might have. Just don't hold on. Just even if it's in chat, it's okay. Or you can write to us after the SETalk in any time of day, to me or to Olga, and we'll answer and respond to your questions. We are getting and we're sliding into the end of this SETalk, because I said 30 to 40 minutes, and this is how we do things. And we have a lot of things to talk about, but they'll have to stay for another time. To every social entrepreneur that is on SETalk, I say in a year, we'll have this chat in a year and see how things develop. Even if it's a 20-minute chat, just to see how things are going on. Besides that, I would like Olga, for you to basically, if I haven't asked anything about Challenger or about you, please share with us anything that you would like before we close the SETalk.
Well, I don't have anything to add at the moment. I mean, of course, I have a lot of things to talk about all the, let's say, fails that all the lessons that we learned, that we're still learning along the way. So maybe that could be an inspiration for another talk where we can talk about the lessons that we learned along the way.
Yeah, I want to ask, what are the 3 lessons learned during this period? Because it will be a good topic for next time, and it will be just like a teaser, you know.
Okay. 3. So the first one is choose well the opportunities that you have been given. So don't say yes to everything, but choose wisely, because you have a limited time. That's the mistake we've made. Any opportunity that came to our email to us, we said yes. And many times we lost a lot of time and energy through all those workshops, accelerators, and stuff like that. The second one, don't be afraid to change your model and your idea. So be ready to pivot, because that's the only way how you can be how you can succeed on the market, and go to the market and see what it asks for. Because if you're close in your four walls in your room with your team, you don't know what actually the market is asking and looking for. Maybe the feature you thought will be the most attractive one will be the least attractive one, and the one that you actually forgot to develop and to visualize it better will be the one that will trigger that will trigger users to use Challenger even more. I mean, your product or your service doesn't matter. So those are the three. There are many other lessons to be learned, but to be quite honest, that's what I like about any entrepreneurial journey. That as the enterprise grows, we as a team grow as well. So I'm really proud of every team member. Now we are 5 co-founders, but we have 3 other young people that are working along with us, and we have 2 other interns now. So we are quite a big team right now. But I can truly say that we have changed as people from 2018 or up until now. We have matured. So that's good thing about having the entrepreneurial journey, no matter whether it's a social one, a green one, or entrepreneurial only.
Yeah, even if you're a commercial entrepreneur, you learn every day and you grow. That's why it is exciting, you know, because every month or every year, when you reflect, you see how you have grown and how many challenges you have overcome over the years. Many people did not believe in you or say that you're crazy. That is one of the most common things that people say to entrepreneurs when they hear their idea. It doesn't matter what type of entrepreneur you are, but when it's something new and it disturbs the market, then people are saying you're crazy, nobody will buy that, or nobody will believe in that. And I say, then I say, okay, that's the right path. When they think that you're crazy, you're on the right path.
Well, you know what's my response when they say, I won't use it, and I say, okay, you're not my target market. And that's fine.
That's great. No, I didn't do it for you, you know.
It's totally fine. Thank you for your feedback.
Your choice. Your choice.
Exactly. Yeah. Not everyone can be your customer, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, of course, and not everybody can found themselves in your product or your service. And that is okay, you know. Not every product or service is for everyone, and we do not make our businesses or our enterprises for everyone. We have a target group. That is why it's called the target group, right?
That's true.
Not like general population whatsoever. So,
and that's the biggest mistake in every entrepreneur that starts makes. Everyone will be our user. No, not everyone.
Yeah, I can sell this to everyone.
No,
that's not the case. That's not the case. No, not at all. So, because we are at the end of the SETalk, before I thank you for your contribution and for being here for us, how would you like to close the event? To every speaker, I provide 3 options, like on a serious note, like provide a definition or some sort, or like on a motivational note, just to motivate new and upcoming social entrepreneurs, or just to provide an advice on how to.
I would go with the third one. Not that the 3 is my lucky number, but I like the third option because I want to be more realistic than being the motivational note and everything is sparkling and everything is beautiful and nice. When starting an entrepreneurial journey, social entrepreneur, commercial one, green entrepreneur, one thing should be considered. There will be many obstacles, many fails. It's a real roller coaster. And people should not be disappointed by their failures, but in fact, use the failures as lessons to become even better. And what's very important that when you start your journey, you grow as a person too. So you don't know where the path will lead you as an entrepreneur, because it gives you so many opportunities, so many hacks, of course, different tactics, and you learn very much along the way. And I wouldn't have chosen another path if you ask me now what I have done differently 3 years ago, because what I'm today is thanks to all the failures, all the cries, all the breakdowns, all the burnouts, all the happy moments, all the celebrations. It's thanks to all of that, I'm what I'm today. So it's a journey, it's a roller coaster, that you have rises and falls, but you have to enjoy every single thing of it.
Yeah, you have to be open to new experiences and to the roller coaster, which is entrepreneurial life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for your advice. I think it was a great advice. I very much liked the 3 lessons learned that you shared with us, because I even wrote it in my notebook to share it with others, because it's pretty much practical advice. And something you learn along the way, so it will save time to new and upcoming and social entrepreneurs. Thank you very much for your time and being here with us, for your contribution as well, and for your promotion, for you promoting us, of course, as well. Thank you to the attendees that are here, for having the time and share your time with us. And please take a look at our social media accounts, Challenger app on Instagram, on Facebook, and the Social Entrepreneurship Observatory on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and YouTube as well. Thanks to all.
Thank you for having me again, and thank you for all being here with us today. And I'm really looking forward to meet you maybe 1 year from now, 6 months, you never know. Maybe then we will talk about failures, maybe we will talk about successes, you never know. Anyhow, it would be useful for anyone who is interested about starting an entrepreneurial journey, because sometimes we have to talk about our failures too.
Yeah, I agree. Those are the things that we learn from. You know, success is always great and motivate people, but when you hear what is the reality in the practical world, in practice, when you see how things develop, and you said it yourself, all the burnouts, all the breakdowns, and so on and so forth. These are the things that make us grow and makes us stronger, right? It sounds like a cliche, but it's true. And we all grow when we overcome our challenges. So thanks again for that as well. Thanks to all. And if you have any questions, you might write to us anytime you have. Olga, thank you.
Thank you. See you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.